Welcome to Gear Check Games. This is part 17 of our commentary for Super Mario Sunshine. In the last episode, we entered Noki Bay and collected the first few shine sprites there. And we managed to clean the teeth of a very unhygienic giant eel in the depths of Noki Bay. So that was a fun time. More fun times are in store because Rob is online.
I noticed that.
And in this episode, we're going to collect the remaining shines of Noki Bay. At least the plot-required ones.
Oh, is this the race one?
Yeah.
This is gotta be one of the...
Pianissimo's pathetic challenge.
I do like that the nice colorful fish have now returned to the surface.
Yeah. It's just a nice level to be in. It's very, I mean, most of Mario Sunshine's aesthetics are pretty relaxed and, pleasant, but this one, I don't know, this one is kind of like a different take on it.
So, his laughing animation and that angle allowed us to just see up and see his face, and it's kind of horrifying, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. It's the Running Man.
Oh,
so you got it right this time. I didn't reveal myself for the fake Zelda fan that I am. Now as you can probably tell, my strategy here is just to climb up really high and then the idea is to just skip over as much water as possible.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if this is actually any faster, but just, it's a Mario game. Jumping is probably going to be more fun than swimming.
I know. He's pretty close.
He is pretty close.
I thought you were going to lose this.
I'm not sure what he's doing, or what he was doing to the point where he wasn't able to catch up to me from that distance.
I like the potato Pianta head on the flag.
Yeah.
Does he know he's not fooling anyone with that mask?
They're humoring him.
I mean, have you talked to the Piantas? They very well might have been fooled.
I don't know, man.
They think that Shadow Mario is Mario. So
he doesn't have the pot belly to follow it up.
Piantas can only... Their sight is based on movement. As long as you stand still, they can't see you.
As long as you're their general shape.
Yeah.
As long as you're not in direct sunlight, they can't see you.
They have forward-facing eyes.
That's
They're
why everyone was
predators.
panicking when the sun went out.
Are Piantas just like every terrifying fictional creature rolled into one?
They look cute.
And it
I guess T-Rexes were real at one point.
It predominantly, all the Eldritch combinations that they are just kind of cancel out. They're just kind of lazy vacationers.
They're a combination of all the scariest monsters, but only the factors that aren't scary about them.
It's like a monkey's paw sort of thing, I get it.
I don't know if you're gonna get this one. Mario, you're too slow.
So I'm pretty sure of these blue coins where you have to spray graffiti and then run to the other graffiti to get the coin. I think I've tried 4 or 5 of them in this playthrough. I've only gotten one. I don't know why I'm still trying.
I feel like these are the real whatever his name is, Pantissimo?
Pianissimo.
Yeah, Pizza Man challenge. These are the real Pizza Man
Moto.
So, I'm gonna screw around here at the beginning of this mission for a little bit because I wanted to. Doesn't that sound enticing?
Oh no,
yeah.
It's this guy.
Yeah, I wanted to show off this mechanic, at least in one other part of the game than the part where it's required, because that is fast approaching. This is the lily pad mechanic, but made exponentially worse, because the lily pads will just go in the opposite of whatever direction you spray flood.
Oh.
The boats, it's so weird, because
they have a rotation mechanic to them where you have to...
Yeah.
Does this boat sink if you hit something with it?
Probably. It's probably just the same
way,
code.
The way I imagine it is imagine a circle with shoot, how to say this? If you spray it off the front or the back, that's the only way to move it, but spraying off either of the sides is
rotates it.
It just rotates it. But there's also a gradient. I feel like the boats would make a lot more sense if the input was completely binary, where there's a cone in front, a cone in back, and the cone on either side, and if you spray the front or back cones, you'll just go straight forward or straight backward.
Yeah.
And, likewise with rotating it from side to side. But as it is, you can still rotate the boat, even if you don't want to, while you're pushing forward or backwards. So, as you can see by that, this is a fairly wide open area compared to the area that we're going to have to navigate that boat through eventually. And I still crashed into something.
It is not
It's
agile, to say the least.
Yeah, it's very, very clunky.
I'm so glad that they're not required for this level.
Yeah.
I
I
just
was
wish
like,
they
oh,
weren't
let's
required at all in the entire game.
Grab a couple of blue coins. And then you don't need them for the blue coins, at all.
Instead, you
Not
got
these blue coins anyway.
Yeah, I like that. The situation where you finally get to use the boats because I'm finally back in business. Now there's a reason for people to use my boats is when the water is completely safe to traverse across without a boat.
Yep.
That
Yeah,
dude
they
would have been
definitely
making
thought that
bank
one through.
charging a premium to let people boat across the scummy water.
This is another example of one of those missions where, if you fall down, you have to waste a bunch of time getting back up. But, this view is, spectacular.
You know, we talked
For an early
multiple
GameCube
times.
game, this is freaking gorgeous.
We talked multiple times, so Joe and I are in agreement this is our favorite level of the game.
I think so. This or Peanut Park.
Yeah. Well, for me, it's this.
For me.
Hands down. The verticality of this is just always really fun. There's so much ways to traverse around things. Obviously, it doesn't make good use of, the slide mechanic, which is unfortunate, but...
Yeah. Yeah, everything's kind of it's a bunch of small platforms, so there's not really anywhere to let loose and run around really.
Oh no.
But,
for the most part.
But yeah, the verticality of this this world is for me, it really accents the mechanics of the game very well.
Yeah.
At least for the hover nozzle. Obviously the turbo nozzle and the rocket. Obviously the rocket nozzle would fit in really well as well, but
Kind of left out in the cold.
yeah.
Yeah. As someone I was a big tree climber when I was a kid, so I don't know. I've always just found climbing to really high vantage points in games really appealing, for its own sake.
Funny enough, I feel like the verticality is kind of what made me like it a bit less as a kid, because I was obviously not the best at this game, and also there's a lot of jank and finicky stuff with the game as well.
Yeah.
So I would often fall down to the bottom and have to climb all the way back up, and it really sucked. And
It does
there was
indeed.
also at least 2 or 3 missions in this level where you have to literally climb up the same linear path to get to the destination.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. It's for sure.
I guess maybe because it's weird. It feels like there are a bunch of missions where you have to climb up the path you took to get to the mole cannon guy, but there's only one that requires you to take the the cliffside path where you have to spray the panels to make the tunnels appear in the wall.
Yeah, which is why I always forget about that path.
Yeah, I think if they had utilized that a little bit more, maybe.
I guess let me
Maybe
say
the
it this
pacing
way.
of the level
It's
would have
my
been a little better.
favorite level to just move around in, not necessarily do any sort of the missions.
Oh yeah, we're not trying to dunk on it or anything.
Yeah, no, for sure.
stand by
I'm just
Noki
giving
Baby
a
and-
clarification.
Sure.
I
the
feel like it
level
would have
design
been...
for it is really bad because it channels you down that one route multiple times. But I think the
Yeah.
level the level design itself. So okay, the world design itself is really good with the fact that there are multiple paths to go, various different places. So the level design lets it down because it doesn't make use of the world design.
Yeah, the mission design.
I feel like
you
it would have
upset?
been really good for this level if it leaned more heavily into the idea of opening up more paths to go up the cliff as you complete missions. You start out with only the one that you can reliably get to, and then you clear out the water and you can maybe get to another path or two, and then maybe in a future mission you get rocket nozzle or something so you can go up even
Yeah.
more ways. That
Yeah.
could
Oh,
have been,
yeah, that would
could
be
have been
cool.
a cool way to do the level.
It really
Yeah,
would have been-
definitely.
Yeah, so I think it's probably my favorite world, but I can definitely agree that the missions on it questionable.
I can't
Yeah,
believe
I'd
you
say
got
that
this in
most
one
of
try.
the missions are pretty inoffensive.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
Speaking of which,
pretty much most of the missions in this game are questionable.
You just
Speaking
blew-
of missions, this I would say that secret stage we just completed is probably the hardest good secret stage in the game.
I died
Yeah.
so many times. I had to put the game down. I was getting pissed at it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
well,
the whole
I think
thing
what
is
makes it
like
kind of
the rotating blocks with the weird wonky like cornering.
Yeah, you're like never safe in that one.
yeah, I don't know. To me, that one just it feels like the culmination of like everything they've been trying to teach you thus far. Because you have like the diagonal wall jumping, which is something you don't really see in other Mario games, where you almost do kind of like a triangle jump between like several walls.
Uh huh.
Or like obviously, as you said, they bring back the rotating like wooden platforms.
Yeah, and you can do it in
the
Mario
tight
64,
ropes.
but I don't think there are any situations where it's like required.
Yeah, it isn't really like built into the levels as
Yeah.
blatantly as it is here. That's another thing that again, like Mario Sunshine, if they took these mechanics and like made like a fully finished game with them, like there could be some crazy level designs there.
Speaking
Just with all
of
the things that Mario's capable in this.
Speaking of fully finished things, right? Looking at the way Flood is modeled on Mario's back, I'm look at how it's just an empty glass bottle. I'm wondering if they were wanting to make the UI element to show you how much water you had, like how full that actually was, but they just couldn't get it to look good or play well.
Oh yeah, like a Dead Space kind of thing where you can
Yeah.
actually, or like Splatoon, you can just look at the tank and see how much water you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Probably a little
comes
rough to
back
pull
to
off on
Dead
the
Space.
GameCube, I'll admit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, if this was like a modern Nintendo game, I'm sure there would be like, you would actually see like water dynamically like sloshing around in there. Because they're really, when they add a hook to a game like that, they usually like really go the extra mile to make it like look good, even with
Flood
their
is still spurting.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I always like to do that for the Shadow Mario shines because those are the only ones that appear on the ground. Learned that trick from one Chugga Conroy, so thanks,
it's
Emil.
Oh yeah,
It's tiny.
you used to watch him.
Yeah.
I've never actually seen any of his stuff.
Yeah, he does some of the most like thorough and complete. I mean, okay, if somebody's watching our videos and they don't know who Chugga Conroy is, I don't know how that happened.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I don't know who he is.
He has some real fun Pikmin videos, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I literally
Yeah.
only know of him from some like Pikmin memes that I've seen
Yeah.
floating around.
Well, you never saw the shiny coughing encounter?
Oh, I have seen that.
I might have, but I
Classic
don't
stuff.
remember it.
Anyway, so if you're wondering why there's still like 4 minutes left in this video, I wanted to end on a nice round number of shines, so I decided to go and deliver fruit to get a few extra blue coins.
Don't tell me you did the durian quest.
I forgot these only give you blue coins.
Well, Trey, I'm sadistic, but I'm not insane. Come on.
Oh, I really like that. I forgot about that really happy shine.
I mean, being sadistic would be you making someone else do it.
Yeah,
I
this
mean,
is more
he's-
masochistic.
I mean, he's
Well,
making
actually, I guess
everyone
this,
else
this
watch
ticks
it.
both. Yeah, this ticks both boxes because you guys have to watch it.
Fair enough.
Hey, this is one of the simpler blue coins
You
to
just
get.
want to get up and leave.
I mean, you're assuming I'm paying attention.
I guess Super Mario is.
There's a Trent I know.
I guess the initials for Super Mario are SM.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, Jesus.
And here,
Yeah, whenever we talk about Pokemon games in our Discord group and we want to abbreviate it, we always just use like the first one or two letters of the title. So it was a little bit awkward when Sun and Moon came out and we were all talking about like
Yeah.
Pokemon S&M.
Yeah.
how could you guys
That's the-
besmirch the Pokemon game with the purest character ever, Lily?
See, that was the time that I was the most interested in your Pokemon discussions.
Well, at least he knows what he likes.
Exactly.
So yeah, one more blue coin and we can call it good.
I'm excited to see which one you go. Oh, it's another delivery.
Yep.
Banner Pianta is always watching you.
Pianta,
Oh, yeah, I like how.
She had that installed after people kept spraying her in the face and taking bananas.
Yeah, okay, so what button do you push to drop it? Because I always threw it.
You just have to be standing
on
completely
GameCube,
still.
it's B. I would assume on Switch, it's the Y button.
I'm gonna have to try it again.
Isn't it just that you have to
Go
be
back and play
standing
through this
still to drop it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like in Ocarina of Time how, like, throwing versus dropping works. You know, if you're holding the stick forward, you'll throw it, but if you're just standing still, you'll drop it. Like Dan said.
Oh, so my impatience is what
Yeah.
what made it harder for me.
Well, I mean, I've always thought that was kind of a dumb mechanic, and, like, I really loved how Wind Waker actually put, like, throw and drop on separate buttons.
Yeah.
And then we got to Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword, and we're back to the old crappy system. Like, what gives?
Hey, but in that game, at least you could bowl them like a bowling ball.
At least for bombs in Skyward Sword,
Yeah.
can't you, like, throw, drop, or roll as, like, separate buttons?
Well, I think if you...
movements.
they're like separate Wii Remote gestures, but if you want to...
No, you
came
sprayed
back
her,
all the
and
way
you took her
just to
bananas
spray her?
previously.
Yeah, super slide.
I had to make up for what I forgot to do the
as I was
last
saying,
time.
I was wondering where you're going because you weren't going to the blue coin hut, but makes sense now.
Just paying her one last little visit.
Ah, he was going to the Blue Coin Hut.
You're my favorite customer. Hello, doggy.
Is this the same Tanuki in Noki Bay?
Probably. Oh yeah, 64 shines.
Nice.
Hey. That's all the shines you'll need.
Yeah. We have, like, what, 15 more shines than you actually need to, like, complete the story of this game?
You're just gonna be throwing shines at Bowser. Like, take this and this!
Yeah, like shurikens.
Yeah.
Mario's just got two shines, like, in either hand, like Axel from Stage 2.
God,
Yeah.
that's cursed.
I'm imagining...
Okay, end episode. Before this gets any worse.